take you with them on a bus or train, on a highway or on a plane, backstage or on a bike. It's Kevin Klein's Fuzzy Mike. Fuzzy Mike interviews. Not top of mind, not even the news. No way. Just a bunch of stuff that Kevin likes. All recorded with this Fuzzy Mike.
You get the Don King reference. It looks
either that or a tip of a horse's tail.
So we'd like to thank you all ahead of time for listening to Fuzzy Mike with your friend Kevin Klein.
You know, something I like to do in my spare time, I log on to websites, Yahoo News, Google News, MSN, and I particularly look at the lifestyle, entertainment, celebrity stories, and I read a little bit about the story, get myself familiar with it, and then go down and see how many reactions or comments are left on that story. And then I like to check and see how long it takes until something positive is said. This is a segment called How Long Until You See Something Positive? We start with this story, Gwyneth Paltrow's No Makeup Allowed party. Gwyneth Paltrow threw a celebrity-studded party Wednesday night with a catch. Guests were asked to not wear makeup. Now, this garnered 163 reactions, and it took 50 comments to actually get something positive regarding this story. Margie wrote, plastic surgery is considered makeup-free these days. Jay No, I have never understood why when a celebrity goes without makeup, it makes news. Yawn. Karen says, who gives a care about the rich who parade around pretending not to wear makeup? Diane, you know what? We have not gotten one guy comment yet. It's all ladies. So what? I'm 54 years old and I don't wear makeup every day. When's my party? Get a grip. Kay says, makeup free, but full of plastic, fillers, tugs, and tucks. Wow, how brave. And then you have to go all the way down to comment number 50, left by a person called AM. Gwen and Kate are so pretty with or without makeup. The Kate she's referring to is Kate Hudson. Here's another one that I found interesting. See inside Anne Hathaway's gorgeous New York penthouse. The two-bedroom Upper West Side residence is located in a historic neo-Georgian mansion. 40 reactions to this story, and it took 15 comments to finally get something positive. Elizabeth wrote, the inside looks completely sterile and unlived in. Belinda, there's no kitchen counter space. That'd be a deal breaker for me. I'd be getting a contractor ASAP to correct that issue, but I guess they don't cook. Actor guy weighs in and says, meh. Michelle says, looks cold and less than cozy, although the outdoor seating area is nice. Then a guy named Dingbat says, that's some carbon footprint. Max, boring. And then D says, would not want to live there, too plain and uncomfortable, couldn't curl up in front of the fire on that couch. Finally, though, on the 15th comment, somebody going by the moniker of AS says, beautiful place. And there you have it. How long until you see something positive? Jimmie Allen?
Hey, how are you?
We're doing fantastic, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Now, Jimmie Allen, one of the things I really like about you is your interaction with your fans. After you played one of our sets here not too long ago, you spent more time in the audience signing autographs and taking pictures than you actually did playing on stage.
A lot of times, artists can forget that. I have a few friends that do the pop thing, and one of them was telling me, was like, well, I feel like, when they come to a show, they pay for a show. Like, that's the service. Like, when somebody builds your house, they're paying for building a house. Like, people pay for a concert. You give them the concert, that's it. That person was like, I don't feel like I'm obligated to, take pictures and sign autographs. I said, well, you're not obligated to do it, but I feel like it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Because it's, without these people supporting my music, I wouldn't have a career. I wouldn't be able to support my family or my band and their family and my team. And, these people, I know how it means to give up $50 or $100, and I know how hard you got to work for that, And, for me to take a picture or sign an autograph, it takes 2 seconds.
Right.
That's easy.
And you have a fan for life then.
Oh, yeah, and I always want them to know I appreciate them. That's why the acoustic show I ran out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like people say, whoa, you can't run out in the crowd. Why not?
Exactly.
Well, people might touch you. Oh, big deal. Yeah, I want to give people a high five. We're all human. I tell people all the time, like, there's no difference between the people you see singing on stage and the people that stay after and clean this place up. We're all just humans trying to work hard and provide for our family.
And Jimmie Allen, you know that because Best Shot was #1. Make Me Wanna is about to be #1. But before you had a #1.5 so far, you were a janitor, just like I was before I got into radio. So you know exactly how people are the same.
I was the guy cleaning up the places.
That's right. Uh-huh.
You know?
And we just brought up Best Shot. Your debut single was #1 for 3 weeks on country radio, made history as the first black artist to launch their career with a #1 debut at country radio. Here it is, the video to Jimmie Allen's Best Shot.
I'm ready to be the version of me that 8-year-old Jimmy knew I could be. I'm just flesh and bone, heart and soul, and I've earned a couple scars. I've let once in a lifetime kind of things slide right out of my arms. I struck out, I've been knocked down more times than I can count. But that don't matter now, 'cause when you smile I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California. And there's no doubt because of you I'm not the man I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, 'cause girl you know I'm not. But I'll love you with everything I got. Girl, I'll give you my best shots. You saw a spark inside of me that no one else could find. Your good morning eyes, they get me high. Girl, you're always on my mind. 'Cause when you smile I see the sun sink down on the coast out of California. And there's no doubt because of you I'm not the man I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, 'cause girl you know I'm not. But I'll love you with everything I got. Girl, I'll give you my best shot. When I saw you for the first time, I knew I found amazing grace. It's like angels singing every time I hear your name. When you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California. And there's no doubt because of you I'm not the man I was before you. When you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out of California. And there's no doubt because of you I'm better than I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, God knows I'm not. But I'll love you with everything I got. Girl, I'll give you my best shot. I'm gonna I'll give you my best shot. I'm gonna give you, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Best Shot. We're talking to Nashville recording artist Jimmie Allen. I saw something the other day where you said success doesn't have a timeline. What made you realize that, hey, you know what? I've reached that success point?
Probably never. I don't really have that hey, once I get here I've made it, or what. I just have a bunch of stuff I have to do, you know, and then right when I think I'm done with ideas, I have more ideas. So for me it's I don't know, I never get too comfortable. You know, my problem, and my mom was trying to help me with, is she said, you got to learn to slow down and enjoy the achievements, because it was great, you know. I had my first #1. Oh, this is awesome. What's next? You know.
Right.
So I'm trying to learn how to slow down and enjoy it.
How did singing come about? You have an interesting story about why singing entered your life.
Oh, I stuttered real bad when I was a kid.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I stuttered bad. Like, I had a speech therapist, and what she started having me do was, like, you know, kind of write my thoughts down and what I wanted to say, and that helped with, you know, songwriting in the beginning. And then she was, you know, you notice when people stutter, they don't stutter when they sing. So I kind of used to sing the first word of what I wanted to say, then kind of flow into it and start talking after that.
And I didn't know this about you. At age 22, you had a real health scare.
Oh, yeah. I had a heart attack when I was 20, like 22.
How does that happen?
Almost about to be 23. Life? I don't know. Just hereditary. My grandpa had one. He was the same age. My dad, so forth, so forth. And, you know, things happen. You deal with it and, you know, try to figure out how to not make it happen again.
And you're very active. I mean, you work out a lot. You're active on stage.
I'm very chill, laid back. I'm like,
Yeah, you are.
It is what it is. You know, I'm late to things sometimes. You know, I might seem like I don't care. Things not a big of a deal. I refuse to be stressed out. Like, that's no good for nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, life is fun. Life is easy. It don't have to be as complicated or as difficult as people make it. You know, I feel like people would enjoy life a lot more if just slow down for a little bit. You know, calm down.
Even when you were sleeping in your car in Nashville, you weren't stressed out?
Nah, because I never let my current situation, my current reality wasn't my end goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be able to, it's everything in life starts with mental toughness. Everything. You know, you can't name one successful person that has sustained success over 6 or 7 years sit around and panic all day. They don't. We chill. Like, you have to be. Like, you can love what you do and work hard, but there's a time when you have to realize, you know, you got to be patient. It's about the long game. You know what I mean? Because there were 3 record deals I passed up on, because if I just wanted the money, and just wanted the right now satisfaction, which doesn't guarantee longevity, I'd have took it. You know.
That's a whole separate conversation then. How you can remain patient
it's like
when
you got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you have to offer. You got to believe that you're the only person that can offer that, because there's only one of everyone, you know. And once you do that, you start to know your value and how much you're worth and how much your mental approach and everything plays a big part in what you do. You know what I mean? And you got to be calm, cool, and collected about it, because you're going to hear people that say, I don't agree with this, or you should do this, or you shouldn't say this, or you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't do this with your hair, you shouldn't work this job. Nah, life's about what you want to do. As long as you're working hard, you're a good person, you treat your family well, you treat everyone you come in contact well, that's all that matters.
So, I mean, those are things that you can control, Jimmie Allen. Let me talk about something that you can't control. How has race played a factor in your career?
You know, it has its ups and downs. You know, there's times where it's a perk of being the only black guy, but then, you know, there's times where, you know, you get people don't understand it. Like, for instance, if a white guy puts on a cowboy hat, they don't question it. You know, he could be from the most ghetto part of Detroit, and they won't ask a question. You know, he doesn't need to authenticate whatever his country roots, you know. But if a black guy puts on a cowboy hat, he's got to prove how country he is. And I'm like, why? You know? like why? Like, at the end of the day, you know, I look at a cowboy hat like a chain in hip-hop. It's just a hat. It don't mean anything. Just because you wear a hat don't mean you're a cowboy. It doesn't mean you've roped cattle. You know, just because you wear Jordans don't mean you're not from a small town and grew up going to church and fishing and all that stuff. And just because you wear boots don't mean you're not from the inner city. You know, I don't think what you wear is not a direct reflection of what's inside. You know, and a lot of times we've allowed stereotypes to put us in these boxes, and we've all been systematically brainwashed to believe that if you're from this place and look like this, you know, this is what you should be doing. Because people forget in the 20s, like, the country music stemmed from blues. They had DeFord Bailey purposely play the harmonica on country songs to sound like blues songs when they were trying to introduce this new genre. You know, if you go back to every legend in country music, Johnny Cash, et cetera, every last one of those guys, their mentors were black. Like, the banjo comes from Africa. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of history there that people don't understand. And I always tell people, listen, you should check your history and understand where country music comes from and the purpose of country music and the reason why they started it and when it started to go a lot more Western. Because if you notice, it started going Western around the same time, really Western around the same time Motown was created in Detroit. So if you're a black guy in Detroit and your family only listens to Motown, you don't, and there's no social media or nothing, you don't know there's black people in Montana listening to country music. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like representation is important. Everyone of every race and every gender should have some sort of representation in every career field they want to go into. Because for me, life is all about inclusion, loving yourself and loving everybody around you.
Man, we have just scratched the surface with you. I hope that you and I can sit down and have a more extended conversation. Congrats on Best Shot. Congrats on Make Me Want To. What a great video. I love the magic wand touch of that. Talk to you soon.
I'd see it.
And here is that video for Jimmie Allen, Make Me Want To.
Can you spare a few dollars for a tired old woman?
Yeah, I actually just finished cooking dinner. Would you like to come inside?
Yes.
Go, you can grab a seat right there.
Thank you.
And this is something for you. It's not much, but here you go.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Whew. It's kind of warm in here. You, my boy, are so kind. And you're kind of cute, too. I have a little something for you. Here it is. A magic wand that will help you fulfill your every dream and fulfill your heart's desires. With the flick of the wrist, poof, practice a bit. And remember, have yourself a little fun. Goodbye.
Weird. Oh my gosh. It works! It works! Yeah.
Long legs, cut off jeans, pulling me in like a magnet. Your eyes locked on me. I knew right then I had to have you. Right here in the middle of the floor, this hole in the wall on the back street. I knew I had to get close to you. Girl, what's your name? What you drinking? Yeah, what's your favorite song? If you're thinking what I'm thinking, we ain't gonna be in this bar too long. We'll be sneaking on out to your car, stealing kisses out there in the dark. Yeah, it might be too soon to say I love you, but you're gonna make me want to. Soft hands touching on me, lighting me up like a bonfire. Your lips are making me think this is gonna be an all-nighter. Right here in the middle of the crowd, you're the center of the world on a bar stool. Oh yeah, I had to get close to you, girl. What's your name? What you drinking? Yeah, what's your favorite song? If you're thinking what I'm thinking, we ain't gonna be in this bar too long. We'll be sneaking on out to your car, stealing kisses out there in the dark. Yeah, it might be too soon to say I love you, but you're gonna make me want to. Woo! Yeah. We'll be sneaking on out to your car. Stealing kisses out there in the dark. Girl, what's your name? What you drinking? Yeah, what's your favorite song? If you're thinking what I'm thinking, we ain't gonna be in this bar too long. We'll be sneaking on out to your car, stealing kisses out there in the dark. Yeah, it might be too soon to say I love you, but you're gonna make me want to. Babe, you're gonna make me want to. You're gonna make me want to, girl. You're gonna make me want to, I want you.
Jimmie Allen, Make Me Want To. You saw the magic wand in that video. Jimmie Allen is a huge fan of Disney. We have coined the phrase Disnerds here at the Fuzzy Mike, and he's been like 49 times over the last 2 or 3 years And even he will admit that even if he didn't have a 5-year-old son, he'd still go. And that's where he actually got engaged to his fiancée, was right in front of the big castle there. So much more to talk about with Jimmie Allen. We hope that he'll join us again soon right here on The Fuzzy Mike.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Fuzzy Mike with Kevin Kline. Check back often and stay fuzzy, friends. Fuzzy Mike is a presentation of the Kevin Kline Fuzzy Mike Industry, Incorporated, LLC.